Hi guys, as suggested by the title of the video, we've come across an idiot. Now, a few things I'm going to say first, and then we'll roll into the video, but and I'll come back with a couple of other points as well. The first one is, I have nothing against the armed forces. Right? Nothing against the armed forces. They do a job. They're there to protect our rights and our freedoms. That's what they're there to do. And whether they know about our rights and our freedoms is yet another matter. In this video, you will see an idiot, because that's what it is, an idiot, point a loaded weapon at a citizen standing in a public place with a camera. Now, I know what a lot of people say about auditing and this, that and the other, and I couldn't give a two flying monkeys bollocks about it, right? It is what it is. It's a camera in public. He was stood there with a sausage roll in public, covertly filming the place with a mobile phone in his pocket. Would he have got a gun pointed at him? No. So, now, I'm not a military person. I do have friends in the military. The nearest I got to the military, I was a Marine cadet as a kid. I was started when I was about 13, and I stayed till I was about 15. And I remember going into the armoury a couple of times. We had a small armoury there, and they were mainly 303 rifles, bolt action rifles. I don't know a massive amount about guns. You know, I used to do a bit of air rifle shooting and stuff like that, but and we had some LMGs, which were light machine guns, and GPMGs, which are general purpose machine guns. I think we had probably 4 of each of those, and there's probably about 15 303s and a couple of, I can't remember what they were called, they were like a scaled down version of a 303. And I said to one of the sergeants at the time, do we ever get to use them? And he said, yeah, you'll have to learn how to clean them first before you can ever use them, you know. So, which made me think as a young kid. And I remember the first time that we sat down for training on the weapons, they brought out, I think there was about 3 or 4 303s, one of the LMGs and one of the GPMGs, and they put them on the table and they sat down and they said, first and foremost, before you learn how to clean one of these things, how to load one of these things, how to aim one of these things, anything you're ever going to learn about any of these weapons, you have to understand one thing and one thing only. You do not ever point these weapons at anybody at any time unless you're at war. It's as simple as that. You do not point it at anybody, regardless. Even if you know it's empty, even if you know it's whatever it is, you do not point it at anybody. Right? And that was one thing they made us abundantly clear when we started, and they actually made us all say, yes, Sarge, you know, don't even point it at anybody. It's as simple as that. So what this guy does in this video is ridiculous, idiotic, you know, unbelievable. I've been steaming about this all day, and I saw the video about a month ago. I think it went up in October, and I think YouTube made him take it down for whatever reason, and I think he's fought YouTube over, and he's re-uploaded the video. So Joe Public UK has now shared it, so I'll leave a link to Joe Public UK's channel in the description as well, and you can watch his brief sort of his take on it, and I'll leave a link to Kent Audit UK, who's a new auditor. He's only got about 800 subscribers, so go over, check out some of his videos, and consider subscribing to him as well, and give him some support as well. That having been said, you know, what the guy does in the video is ridiculous. I mean, he's got an SA80, which is the UK standard, you know, rifle for the British Army, and you'll see in the video he actually cocks it up right at him and looks through the sight with it, pointing it into a public place. Now, I'm sure they have protocols over the use of the safety catch and blah 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 and this, that and the other, and you know, they're only supposed to sort of maybe unclip that safety catch if someone's jumping over a wall with a backpack and a turban going, "I'm a stupid cunt," you know, those type of people, then otherwise known as terrorists apparently, but they are just stupid cunts at the end of the day. So, you know, the thing is this is what we were taught. You don't know. Did you check that weapon twice, 3 times, 4 times? Did you fucking look down the fucking barrel and check there wasn't a bullet? It doesn't matter what you do. You never, ever point that weapon at anybody. You know, unless you're in a war situation, you do not point a weapon at anybody. And it was drummed into us, and that was even before we were allowed to clean the fucking things. Before we was even allowed to load them, anything. They kept drumming it into us. You never, ever, ever point a weapon at anybody. So what this guy does is what the sort of basic training you get as a fucking Marine cadet when you're 13 to 15 years old. This is a grown man who's probably seen military service point a weapon at a civilian standing in a public place. Had that discharged accidentally, not only could he have shot the fucking photographer, say he missed the photographer and it hit a car going past and that car crashed, and yeah, I mean the fucking, you know, the possibilities are fucking endless. You know, it's just unbelievable. Fair play to Joe. He made a phone call to the base this morning, which I have a recording of, but I'm not going to put it up just yet. But as soon as the person he was talking to asked for his name and he refused to give it, they just put the phone down on him. So I think what I'll do is I'll be making a phone call on behalf of FD Media and see if we can get some answers. The only problem with that is their office hours are 8 till 5, which is the same hours that I work. So I'll see if I can wangle it somehow, because I think it's a really important phone call to make. And what I will be doing as well, just to prove a point, is contacting some of the UK mainstream media outlets to see if they will cover the story. And I bet you a pretty penny they won't. Right, so we're going to cut to the video. I'm going to run it twice so you can watch it both times. When he puts the weapon down, he starts smiling and sort of smirking. That could be he's just saying, well, you're looking at me through your lens, I'm looking at you through my lens, but it's not the fucking point, mate. You do not point a firearm at somebody. It's as simple as that. And I'm sure guys in Texas and in the States that watch my channel would say the same thing, you know, and I'd like to hear your comments about it, especially because, you know, you've got your open carry and your ARs and whatever else you want to carry, you know. So it'd be interesting to see what you guys got to say about the safety aspect of this as well. Apologise for the lighting in here. I don't have a lighting system as such, and one of the main bulbs that I usually sit in front of and watch went pop this morning. So I'm using my mobile phone's flashlight with some masking tape and a couple of rolling papers over it because it's too fucking bright. So that's why the lighting's a bit off. So and if you want to check that, I'll show you. Let's see. So yeah, a couple of bits of masking tape and some Rizzler. Now that's as a photographer for you, knows how to cancel out a bit of light. Right. So anyway, we'll crack on with this, and I'll come back again in a little while and just sort of finish up on this. Try and keep it as brief as we can. All right. Cheers, guys. I'll speak to you.
Oh no, he's pointing his gun at me. Ooh, bad soldier. Oh no, he's pointing his gun at me. Ooh, bad soldier.
Right, again, just going back to the army thing, again, me having no sort of qualms with army people. I've been in touch with a family that I know that I actually grew up with. They lived across the street from us as we grew up, and both of their sons, they're both of their sons, 2 of them went to school with my older brother. and they both served a long time in the army. One was about 15 years, the other guy was a career army man, and literally he's still working in the army today. So it's got to be in excess of 30 years that he's been serving. He currently serves as a liaison. Now, the liaison guys, him and his colleague, have got the unfortunate task of going out to, when someone's been killed in action, say in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever it is in the world, it's their job to go around and knock on the family's door and inform the family of their son or daughter's death while they were serving. That's what they do, their family liaison. So it's a tough job, you know. It's you know, to have to go around and knock on someone's door and tell them that their child died. You know, without going into the phoniness of the war in the first place, but you know, it's a tough job to be in, and I've known that family since I was a kid. You know, these guys are older than me, only by about 3 or 4 years, but you know, I grew up with them. I have a lot of respect for them, and fortunately I couldn't get hold of either of them today to see if they would make a comment, and I'm sure they would, because they commented on. I spoke to them with regards to the barracks audit, and they were like, well, at the end of the day, mate, you know, those are the rights that we fought for, so that you could be free to do what you want to do, you know. And you know, I've got comments in the channel. I had some guys up north in Lincolnshire who regularly go and take photographs around the RAF bases and the you know, the flights and the whatever it is, any aeroplane coming or going or leaving, and they never get any hassle ever. You know, one of the guys visited about 7 Army Air Force bases up there in that area. They might not all be in Lincolnshire, but they're up north, and he's never had a single problem. You know, and so, you know, this is where the education bit comes in. These people need to learn. You know, they need to learn that we have rights, and you fought for those rights. So get it through your idiot skull. Sort your shit out. All right. Okay, leave your comments in the section below, and I will do my level best to be making a phone call to these people, because I don't think it's remotely, you know, if this guy doesn't get reprimanded for this, you know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Alright, cheers guys, thanks for your time, and thanks for your support, much appreciated, and I'll leave links to both channels. Joe Public's, go and subscribe to him. He's had more than his fair share of running with the police and the harassment that he's had, and he's managed to get body camera footage off of them and all sorts, so it's worth going to watch some of his stuff. And Kent Audits UK as well, he's just started up, and he's you know, he's trying his best, so let's give him some support as well. Alright, cheers guys, take care, I'll speak to you again all soon. Take care, all the best, and always film the police.